Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 and a continuation of Oakbridge Farm. Apologies for the last one. I lost all my audio recordings, so I put it as a time-lapse, but I'm hoping it will be quite a good thing of, if you prefer a time-lapse, and please let me know and I can do more of them. So I know they're a lot easier. Well, they're easier in the fact that you can just play the game and not have to think about it too much. Whilst when you are talking, you're constantly trying to edit as you go, just to make the whole editing process at the end a lot easier. Anyway, saying that, we are now going to the shop because we're going to hire a seeder. So I think it's only fitting that we go for where this one. It's going to cost a lot of money, 10.5 grand, but I think this is the most logical idea. Right, go to our John Deere. And we'll go put it on. I just need to try to figure out how much seed it needs, because I would like to get at least 2 crops done today. 2 crops done and in the ground. I've left the worker on ploughing for us, so we shouldn't have to do any herbicide spraying, at least in the main field by the yard. Right, consumables. If we get, we'll go for 4 because we'll use it. We'll use it anyways wherever. And then seeders. I've been told these are the same amount of money, but you get 50 more litres. So I think this is what I'm going to go for. Right, now we've got all that. We will back up a little bit. We'll load it with fertiliser. Well, for some reason, that's not letting us put those 2 fert bags in. So let's try, we just saw a little bit of a move. There we go. That's getting those in. So I'm hoping to drill the 2 fields closest the main arable farm, and then we may try have a look on the grass field just opposite. But that needs ploughing out, and we'll go from there. I don't think with time, Christ, we could have got a lot more fertiliser. Well, at least 1 more bag. I don't think time will permit us to get it all done today, but we'll certainly give it our best go. I'm hoping the use of workers will be very handy. And then the planter, that will come. I'm toying, maybe looking at doing sunflowers. Because one thing that I don't have the finances now, but I was rather hoping to get, I know I mentioned about an oil mill, but the in-game oil mills, they're too American for my liking. But then I thought we could maybe take out a loan then and get one of the smaller ones, just so we can get some canola oil processing. And if we were to do that, it would then make sense to do some sunflowers and really make use of it. Right, we're going back to the main farm and we'll have a look at what we'll put in. I do love the fact we can take hedges out now. Maps that are like very customizable are brilliant to be able to make them how you want them to be. And just to be able to, a simple thing like that, take this hedge out and put a gate in just to make life that little bit easier. Although I'm calling the gate. Oh dear. They're just little things like that. It all adds, and it's quite nice to be able to do. Right, that's got us through. So I'm thinking, because I'd like to try, if I can, get some chickens at some point. I think barley is a higher yielding crop for them. So we'll get this unfolded, and this with the first field we do, and then hopefully we can move into the next one, depending on how the plough gets on. Right, unfolded. We'll go steering assist, 2 headlands, show lines. Okay. So that's one. I want to go to try and make it look a bit more, to try and do it a bit more properly, if you can say that. We'll go and we will start over here. I've completely messed that up, haven't I? Right, we'll get that down, swing it round, steering assist on, and we'll go from here. Well, I think I'm going to put the worker on to put some linseed in for us into this field. The other worker's done a brilliant job with ploughing it by the looks of it. Saying that, he may have just missed a bit there, but we don't know. Right, linseed. Where? Ah, there we go. So linseed. We'll just get back to AI worker to start with up, downs. Yes. Right, we'll set you off. And then we'll get into this one. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to take a loan out. And with that loan, I'm going to buy the small oil mill. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it just yet. And then that we can get some canola into there straight away. Which it won't be any good for us this year, I don't think. I don't think I'll have enough time to do it. But hopefully it will help us in time. But where have I left my trailer? I am going to guess it's in the grain store. And then yeah, he's just trying to work out where I'm going to put this oil mill. Because I think it can go, because we own the production sites, so it can go on there. It's just whether that's where I want it to be. So if we... I can't load up from here, can I? I've got to go around to the chute. I just tapping on R then and nothing was happening. Alright, we'll get this loaded up and then we will have a think about where to put this little oil mill. Right. Oats, I forgot I had the oats. Canola, start filling. I'll just go a bit further forward. Right. P. Construction. Factories. Cement factory, produce food, grain mill. There we go. 36. Oh, it's tiny. We could possibly get away with putting this somewhere. What would it be like if we put it there? Would that fit? It fits somewhat, doesn't it? 36. So I reckon if we get a 30... If we get a 30 grand loan... I've never actually there. 30 grand loan. Construction. I'll put this, I reckon, just here's not a bad little spot to go, I don't think. So, can we get it to be taken as an ABC? Right, let's put that there. I don't know how much canola it's going to take. I'm hoping not all of it. I think the recipe is 2 to 1, but I need something to sell come December, January. That would be just to, well, one, to get rid of the loan, and to get some money coming in. What I'm really waiting for is sort of a British, sort of English UK, however you want to call it, oil mill, you know, or even one that was like in FS22, because that wasn't too bad of a one. Right, oil mill, canola. That's not a bad capacity then. Did it say the recipe 20? Yeah, it's a 2 to 1. And then what's the price difference in? It's a 2 to 1. Canola 2,190. Canola oil. Yes, so you are making a slight bit more money. Hey? What was happening there? Right, we'll go empty this, and then we'll have a think about what next job is, because we've got that grass field there, which I'm not quite decided. We're definitely ripping it out, but I'm trying to decide whether we should cut the grass first, but then we lose a fertiliser state, or we just plough it straight in. But I think, hello, I've gone massively wrong there. We've also got what was the oat field, which I'm thinking that can. Is it not gonna? Come on. Where's the trigger? There we go. I am thinking with the planter. We seem to run a bit slower in this, I think. I'm thinking with the planter, this will be ideal to plough up and put it into a sunflower field. And then, what else can the planters do? If I look on here, which one have I got? That one. So sunflowers into there, and then I don't know. Soybeans, maybe. That may be not a bad little shout. Cotton's a definite no. I know those fields, I mentioned about them being perfect for root crops, but it's just getting the machine to lift them. It just costs a lot. Where I'd much rather, with a corn header, I can lift, you know, that one there, 9 metres. I won't be allowed that one, but that case wouldn't be a bad shout. And it's not a lot of money, to be fair. Right, what do we do? Do we rip it up or do we cut it? What's the... Sorry for all this flicking around. We'll go here, visit... What's my clamp like? Because I'd like to get the water buffalo at some point. So there's 4% left to go there. Right. I'm going to rip it out. I'm going to keep the fertiliser state, so it's one less thing, and then with that planter of mine, I can, one, there'll be no weeds because of a plough, and with that planter of mine, it will do the last fertiliser state, so it's one less thing for us to try and do. But I'll get this on, and then we'll get ploughing. What am I stuck on there? Oh, it seems a very tight gate all. This was probably a very bad idea to do this, but anyways. I really am stuck. But I'm not stuck on anything. That's interesting. But do we just need a bit of power to get through? Hopefully this time. Yeah, just a bit of power by the looks of it. You would have noticed in that time lapse when we went back to the yard that the worker has finished. He's finished doing that field for us. So we will have to. I don't think there's anything else bar putting some fertilizer on, but obviously doing that first coverage now means we'll have to wait a day or two before we can. But I think to try stretch the episodes over the year so we're not just skipping many months, which I think we will have to do to start with. I'm hoping that in the next, well, when will it be? Fertilizer. During the winter months, fertilizers. If you fertilize, I think that's generally a steady job, but it's more coming into this time, March, where you start looking again at throwing some fertilizer out, or February, March. I could be wrong on that, but please let me know below if I am. But yeah, we'll get this done, and then we'll have to have a think about what our next job's going to be. I have a feeling I'm going to have some problems getting in and out of that field. I'll have to go have a look at there is a second gate. I'll have to go have a look at that, see if that's easy to get in and out of. Which, it's a shame, it's not a sheep pasture like it used to be. Because that was it was a lovely pasture, was that. But anyways, I think we will give this a nice little wash off. And then we will have to return the seeder. Do I own this? I think so. We'll have to then go return the seeder, get our seed and fertilizer out, which I'm not sure whether it would make financial sense to use this to put our first on the ground, but I would quite like to use a sprayer, but it just depends whether I can do that this year or it's something that I can look at doing next year, because it all depends as well how long I'm going to keep ploughing everything. I'm running out of room there. Right. Let's put that back. And no, I don't want that. I want this. We'll go park this up near the baler. Well then, yeah, we'll go and we'll get that seeder emptied and get all that sorted out, because I forget what the daily fee was, but I know just for me to use it for this day, it's cost 10. I remember rightly, it's like 10.5 grand just for the day. So I don't want to be incurring any more fees with that personally. Right, with that dropped off, we'll turn that off. We will find the John Deere. Let's fold that up. And where can we empty it? It's not in the way. It's a shame we don't have a skid steer or a low loader. Not a low loader, a skid steer or a forklift, because I'm going to make a mess just like that. which I didn't want to put it on the track, but lo and behold, one of them went on. So on here, vehicles, that one, we'll return it. Brilliant. And then, is there anything, do I check the sales? No. Well, I don't even have the finances. But right, we'll go and we'll get our planter. We'll go get that. We'll bring that back to the farm. To be fair, I can put all that seed and fertilizer straight into this. Once we get it back, I've got a lot of lime here. I didn't realise that. And we can put that seed in. And then we may have a look and see what contracts are about. Maybe something that's worth doing, whether we use our own, well, especially a harvesting one, whether we use our own combine, I don't know. But it would have to be a small field for us to warrant doing that. Right, let's go on to here. Baling. But there's some money there, isn't there? Bale wrapping, that's a big field. What's it say? 30 acres. Cultivation, harvesting. No, too big. No. They're avoiding all of them like the plague. That won't be a bad one where if you just set a worker on doing that. Mowing. These would take forever. Right, I'm going to do those two. Except, and then we want the other one. Where is it? Mowing. Except, and there was mowing, ploughing. No. Well, we can do that, to be fair. Rock removal. Field 13, spraying. I think we're going to get the ploughing one as well. Except, right, we'll get this back to the yard and then we will hook this up to the mowers. We'll hook the case up, back up to the plough, which I think I've just taken it off to do that lime spreading. And then we'll go and do this, which will be a nice little injection into the bank account. So let's fill this up. Starting with the fertilizer first. I'm hoping there was a mod, I haven't seen it yet, where it changed whenever you emptied your seeders or your fertilizer spreaders or anything like that, that it would put it into your sort of dumpy bags, not these bags. I'm not a big fan of these ones. There's a lovely little mod. And I think you had it both for PC and console. But yeah, if that's out, let me know, please. That would be greatly appreciated. I do try and keep up, but obviously with working, I have my full-time job. And then as and when I get a chance, come onto here, as much as it annoys my partner. Right, let's put that there. We want to get rid of the weight. Onto there. Let's get rid of the weight now. We'll go get the mowers and we'll get this set up and then we'll get the case set back up with the plough and I can leave the worker to do that. I think we've done enough ploughing today. Leave the worker to do that. We can then get mowing. And to be fair, this could possibly do with another covering of fertilizer. Yeah, it's 50%. That could do with some fertilizer put on it, but I think we've got plenty of time because obviously it won't be growing through the winter, so we've got plenty of time to get that on. Right, back up to here. Get that on. Then we'll get the front one on. if I can line up correctly to it. We will leave this here just for the time being. Where's the case? Of course, I turned it off. We'll get the plough on here. We'll get that, set that up ploughing, and then we'll go back to the John Deere, and then we'll get on mowing. We'll talk about these fields being tight. That's been, well, you would have seen trying to get through into these. The first field having to reverse in because the gate just opens the wrong way. And now this one, it takes some shifting. See, these were a thought of whether to buy some of these down here, these smaller grass fields, but I'm glad I didn't, because I've got nothing small enough to go into them. Look at that ploughing contract's just finished as well. So there'll be a lovely sum of money coming in to end the episode. But we'll take this back, and then we may even just pay a little bit of that loan off. Because I would imagine from here to the next episode, we'll probably have a sleep. Get that just to move on to the next month, and then we can maybe look at spreading some fertilizer on the grass. I'm sure this should be done by now. We'll have a look. F1. Yes. So I may even put some money into the cows to get some water buffalo, because I do have a little bucket there, just to get some food. So that could be an option, but we will leave this here. And we'll go look at, there was a fair big amount of leeway there. But right, we'll turn this on, fold this up, and we'll get this back to the arable yard. I think that's what we'll do. We'll collect the money, we'll get the massey, and we can finish on getting some water buffalo in. I think that'll be a nice little way to end. So, Q, drop that down, turn that off. Where is the massey? We've got the weight on the back, so that helps. It'll be quite nice. I've hardly used. I've got one of the new Thrustmaster joysticks. I think I may have mentioned that before. It'd be quite nice to use it without dropping my forks, my bale spikes from that high. Right. Let's get our... Oh, no. I'm having an absolute mare here tonight. So put that on. Put my bucket on. Now let's go to the silage clamp. Let's hop out. And how do we open the silo? Oh, wrong button. We will now go. Oh, no, actually, right button. So we will collect. Thank you. Collect. Thank you. Collect. So that's 25 grand. I've got to remember that we've still got this loan, so I can't spend too much. Cows. Where are the water buffalo? Water buffalo. If we go, it's a 50 in the shed. I think let's go. Do we just go all out and get 50? What's 25? So that's 12. We'll go 25. 25. Let's go back to the Massey, and then we can get them some food, which I'm sure they'll be very thankful of. And then at least it starts us on our way for slurry, which will be very nice. Right, give us 5 minutes doing this, and then we should be done. So we'll put one more bucket load in and just see how much there. I haven't been counting, which I probably should have been. But it's a brilliant feature now being able to feed them silage, not just hay and grass, and then it was total mixed ration. So I'll give them that. Let's have a look now. So they have 9,000 litres. I can't see them eating too much, but I may give them a few more. We'll go through the night and we'll continue feeding. And we can also look at front loader. We'll go front loader tools. So my bucket's 1,000 litres. Manure fork 1,000. That may be worth getting just for that. You're getting an extra 25%. But it's really, I would say that's more of a muck grab than what that is. But it's almost like oh, hold on, I didn't go far enough down. That's what I was going to say. Oh, that's less. Oh, that's way more. And that takes silage, but I know that's quite heavy, 1.1 tons, 320 kilograms. But I do think that may be an option, just so that we can get a bit more in. And plus, we could cut sugar beet if we fancy doing that later on. We're going to do one last thing: finances. Repay 10,000. Right, I would say that. Thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe. If there's anything you think I can do better, please leave me a comment. Well, thank you very much.